Hey guys, I'm Roland with Torque Racing Production, and today I'm going to show you guys how to do exhaust wrap. Yeah, let's dive into it. All right, so first things first, you want to soak this stuff because otherwise the dry fibers will cloud all over the place. It sticks to you, you breathe it in, it's terrible. Definitely go ahead and soak it. It makes wrapping it a little more messy, but trust me, in the long run, you get a lot less of these fibers stuck in your skin and your clothes, so it makes things, it's worth it to soak it. All right, so of course you'll want some gloves. I like to use some cutoffs, or some cutters, and some needle nose pliers and scissors to help cut the wrap. And generally, these ties, they look good. I think they look great, but they don't hold the best. So it's normally a better idea to get some of these, some of the clamps that you can tighten up to get like the final tightening and final fit. So these come with it. They work okay, but if you really want them to last a long time, get you some good clamps to put on that you can tighten down and really keep these things compressed on. So let's get started. Okay guys, so when you get started, this will have two metal staples at the end of it, which is holding the roll together. You know, make sure you pull those out and go ahead and get your first 2 or 3 wraps started. And you want to get them nice and tight, and you want to make sure that you're overlapping each wrap about half of the previous wrap. Once you get about 2 or 3, make sure you cinch it down as tight as you can and go ahead and start putting on that first clamp. Okay, so I'll be honest here, this very first clip, I accidentally twisted it the wrong direction. I was kind of twisting like up, so it was pulling like up on the clip whenever I was doing it. I found out about halfway through that the best way to do it is to twist it down. Let me show you the better way to do it. All right guys, now this stuff is far from fragile. You can absolutely torque the crap out of it, and you want to. The tighter that you pull this, the better that it's going to cover the pipe, and the less likely it's going to be coming loose. Plus it just looks a lot better too whenever it's nice and tight. All right, so of course, whenever you're making your wraps, you want to make sure that you're only coming about halfway over, or you could even do a quarter. I like to do half to keep it covered really well. So you want every wrap, you want to meet the halfway point of your previous wrap each time, and that gives you a nice coverage and even spacing on the wrap itself. And again, every time you make a wrap, pull it good and tight. Now, if you're wanting to do this right and you're wanting it to look good, it's going to be a little bit time consuming, so go ahead and make sure that you have plenty of allotted time to do so. I want to say that I have close to 6 hours or so on these headers right here. All right, so something else to note. Whenever you do your exhaust wrap, once you get it finished, right, and you fire the car up or your truck, you will notice that it's going to smoke for about 2 hours of run time. So it's good to heat cycle it a couple times. You know, start your car, let it run for about 30 minutes, shut it off. You know, start your car again, let it run for about 30 minutes, shut it off. And what that does is it's just burning off some of the impurities and things like that in the wrap. So don't be alarmed, it's not going to catch fire. That's just it smoking, it just does that. And don't worry, if you mess up on a spot, you can always just unwrap 1 or 2 wraps and then go back and kind of fix your mistake. Okay, also, if for some reason you decide to do this dry, make sure you wear eye protection and a respirator and long sleeves and everything, because this stuff literally, the fibers literally like dust off of it. So I highly recommend getting it wet. It makes it a lot easier to work with. But if you want to do it dry for some reason, just because you hate your life and you just want to make yourself more miserable, by all means do so. But make sure you have good quality protection and definitely get a respirator. Okay, so now if you're wrapping a set of headers and you don't have an open end like I do right here where I can loop it around itself no problem, then there's 2 different ways you can do it. You're either going to have to measure and kind of estimate how much length you need to cut off, and then, you know, then feed it through and wrap it around like that. Or you're going to have to just roll the entire thing out and then feed it through like that. If I was going to have to do that, I would probably just roll the entire thing out, because I would rather have to deal with the extra footage of sliding it through each time than to get 90% of the way finished and realize you ran out because you didn't cut enough. All right, guys, that's it. So it's fairly easy to do, not very fun to do, but completely doable by yourself if that's something that you want to do. Now, like I said, highly recommend doing it. Maybe have your friend do it though. Pay him to do it so you don't get all these fibers stuck in you. I'm gonna finish this header up. We'll catch you guys later.